Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of December 3rd through the 16th, 2019. So I have already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they give you some clarity. Also, if you guys can, please check out my Patreon and support my YouTube content if you can. If you want to order a personal video or email reading, payments are collected on Friday, so make sure to email me for that information. If you want to reach me by phone, that information is also in the description box on the best times to reach me or how I do it. So it's best to wait for me to post a notification saying that I'm taking calls. But if you don't see that notification, you can still check and see the times that I normally take them. All right, so central issue, heart of the matter, we have the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Magician, the Star, King of Wands, the Fool, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting a situation where you may be feeling guarded. It looks like you're fighting off any type of flirtation, or if there's someone trying to get your attention, I feel like you're trying to avoid this person or this energy. Maybe you're trying to guard or protect your space or your emotions here. I also feel that someone is sending either mixed signals, or someone's been sending like confusing, like the messages, like they've been communicating with you, but it's like manipulation with how they've been communicating with you. Like you might be unaware that you've been communicating with someone who you're attracted to, and you them, but they're wearing a mask, so maybe they aren't being their real selves. Maybe this person is constantly trying to impress you, and you're like, I just need you to be like real. Stop trying to, charm me. Just be real. But I feel like someone is trying to get your attention indirectly, though. Someone looks as if they are posting all types of indirect messages on social media. Someone is stirring the pot. Someone is causing drama. I'm not sure who that is or why they're doing that. I don't know if it's you, but I feel like someone is intentionally trying to cause drama or cause jealousy or fighting. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to post a picture of me with this other person, or I'm going to post this message up and I hope they know it's for them. Like, somebody is doing that. I also feel like maybe some of you have been trying to avoid confrontation, especially if there's something taboo about the person that you're attracted to, or like there's some sort of conflict of interest. Maybe two people are having to put on an act like they're not into one another when they actually are. There's something very conflicting about your love life or your potential love life. I do feel, though, that you're going to get whatever it is that you've been praying for or asking about. For some of you, you're just going to have to be patient because it may not happen until Aquarius season. Or for some of you, you have to be patient because there's distance between you and this person. Maybe you're closed off to long distance relationships. You're like, no, been there, done that. Long distance relationships are too difficult. So maybe you're trying to close yourself off to love because of that. So maybe it is someone that you're interested in, but because they're at a distance, it's like, Or maybe this person is treating you kind of shady or trying to push you away now because of the distance. It's like, I don't want to deal with that. Now also, if somebody is trying to force someone into a relationship before they're ready, I can see why someone would grow cold or disconnect or detach. You also could be dealing with an Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Someone is coming off as being very insecure or hesitant. Someone does not trust the offer that's on the table, or something about the connection where there is a lack of trust. If you're already in a relationship, there's something manipulative going on between you guys. You might be at a crossroad where maybe one of you has been talking about leaving, and the other person knows how. It's like every time you bring that up, every time you want to have a conversation about leaving or moving on or breaking up, they deflect it or switch it around or something. It's just like they block that. Like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not ready. Or they guilt trip you or something. Now, that also could go the other way around. But yeah, it looks like there's a lack of trust. Someone is just like, I think you're being phony. You're not being real with me. You're running circles. You're saying one thing but doing another. Yeah. I feel like if someone continues with their shenanigans, you're just going to disconnect from them. Now, I'm also getting a situation where someone just likes their space. So I don't know if that's going to work, because I don't think that you are liking that, or they don't like it that you like your space. Something's going on with someone's space, and they're just like, I just want my freedom. I don't want any attachments. Why do we have to have labels? Like, someone is talking about that type of stuff. Why do we have to have labels? Let's not define this. Yeah, someone likes to come and go as they please. And I feel like maybe you know this person's tricks, so you try to stop that before it happens. But I don't know. At the same time, there's this connection that you have with them. But again, whatever it is that you're concerned or worried about, the star usually indicates that there's no need to worry. You know, if you have to lose one thing, you'll find something else better, or you'll be blessed with someone else better. It's just telling you not to worry about things, because the universe has your back. Some of you are trying to shut off communication with someone because there's so much telepathy there, or it's like, I don't want to have a metaphysical relationship. I want to have a physical relationship. So some of you might be frustrated because of that. Yeah, because I'm getting a lot of telepathy now. You also could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So I'm also getting the energy of someone who's really trying to connect with you. It's weird. Every time these two cards come up together, is such a strange connection, because I get something that is both very spiritual but at the same time very lustful, very physical. It's like kind of like the best of both worlds, and I guess that's what the Temperance is saying, like you get the best of both worlds. So, and I said earlier, if there's something taboo about the relationship, and now I had the Devil coming out, so maybe there is something a little secretive or taboo about this connection that you're having to somebody. If you are completely single, I feel like you are running into somebody, like somebody just appears in your life. I feel like you are not going to be aware of how it happens, or it catches you off guard. It's almost like a tower moment. I feel like someone just tumbles into your life. It's like, this is so random. Like I just randomly connected to you, or just randomly entered into a relationship. So if you're single, I feel like there's several energies indicating that you're going to make some sort of connection with somebody. And it's both lustful, it's telepathic, it's spiritual, it's raunchy, it's beautiful. It's like some of all of that. Tie it into one. This is, shadow side and light side. So it could be a situation where like the wounded healer is falling for their assignment. So be on the lookout. I know us healers be like, no, but if it's something, maybe that's what you signed up for before you incarnated on this earth. And you just forgot. It's like, you forgot. You signed up to be a light worker. You signed up to be a wounded healer. You don't get the easy relationships. You get the difficult ones. So it's like, either chalk it up and deal with it, or push it off till next lifetime. But seriously, if something is no good, if something is toxic, then that's not for you. Especially if you're aware of it. Usually people stay in toxic relationships because they're just really not ready. As much as, let's say for instance, you were the witness to your friend being in some sort of abusive relationship, and you kept trying to talk your friend out of it, and they kept saying stuff like, I'm leaving them. Yeah, I know. It's like, unfortunately, your friend is going to stay in that relationship until they understand self-love or unconditional love, or until they realize, whatever lesson it is that they're having to learn. Now, the Devil here too, it also reminds me of a soul contract, but it's heavy. It's a heavy price to pay. It's a relationship that's going to be very difficult. They might, take you through darkness. But it's very physical. See, it's like I get a mixture. It's a mixture. It's hard to say, because I feel like whoever you're connecting with has both light and dark qualities, as does everyone. But I feel like it's going to be an extreme version. Like when this person has a dark side, oh boy, is it dark. When this person is having a light side, boy, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And it's also like the two of you here just get along naturally when you let your guards down. I feel like here maybe there's a situation where you're trying to force or push each other away more so. I feel like maybe you're trying to push each other away, or force the relationship into something that is not when it should be this. So there may be a need for you to just let the relationship be what it is. Maybe you shouldn't try to label it or form it until you understand what it is yourself. Like, let's just, before we label it, let's just kind of enjoy it and see where it goes. But this does indicate that there's shadow work to be done, and it doesn't always just have to be them. They're a reflection of you. Both of these look like reflections. This is a reflection of everything that you find good about yourself, and this is a reflection of everything that you find bad about yourself. Sometimes we don't know that we subconsciously feel guilty about things that we've done and feel like we deserve the type of relationship that we're in. Or, feel like for whatever reason, it's like, I deserve this. Maybe this is what I get. This is, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, depending on your birth chart, some things you are supposed to be living out. Some things you are, it is like some sort of karmic debt that needs to be paid off. And then two, what I was gonna say about the devil, like about that karmic debt, it doesn't always have to be something just so horrible. But, you know, it could just be a situation where they need you in this lifetime and they're going to be codependent to you because you were codependent to them in a previous life, you know? So maybe it's just kind of like, hey, this is just payback. For many of you, you might be connecting with someone who feels like a twin flame. But regardless, it's like a twin soul. And I feel like both of these indicate to me that it is divinely aligned. Like it's been aligned for the two of you to come together. You've been brought together by higher forces because the relationship itself serves a higher purpose. You know, it's like you can't just look at the mundane, earthbound, shallow, surface level stuff because it has something very deeper and spiritual to it. This is also something deep and spiritual. So whoever you guys are connecting with, I feel like it's a good connection. I know everyone's situation is going to be different, and no matter how much I try to soften the blow, like somebody is always going to want it to be worse than what it actually is. And for some of you, maybe it is. But for every, you know, this is a general reading. So I'm pulling out the best that I can. You know, there is no running away from this devil energy. I can't sugarcoat that. And matter of fact, something is coming off as lust and temptation. So it indicates that someone is going to intervene, someone's relationship. So if you're in a relationship, it could mean that someone comes into the relationship to either lure you away, like you fall into temptation or lust for someone else, or your partner is pulled away from you because of someone else. It's like someone intervenes, someone's relationship. If you are completely single and you're making this love connection, I know you're going to say, well, I'm just going to remain single. You can if you want to. That's fine. But just as a heads up, the person that is coming into your life, either they're having to make a decision between you and another person. This person may be stuck in some sort of weird codependent relationship, or they may have some sort of weird lifestyle where there's a lot of codependent people around them, or just a surface level lifestyle, whereas you know, they have a lot of bloodthirsty people around them, needy people, or they're so beautiful and desirable that they're, you know, trouble follows them. It's like they can't get rid of the men or the women. It's like it comes with the territory. It's like I can't help it. You know, these are people are always after me. People are always walking up to me. And I did go out with somebody like that before. You know, it was like it didn't matter, you know, if we were together or not. I don't know what it was about this person's aura, but like women were so rude, would just look past me and just be like, can I get your number? And I mean, not say it directly, but they would directly flirt. And God forbid I leave, you know, not trying to be a insecure girlfriend, but I leave and come back and it's just like, I got their number. It's just like, are you serious? Like I've dealt with that. So I don't know who you could be dealing with, but I do feel like maybe this person is very desirable by a lot of people. So that package, that lifestyle comes with them. But at the same time, I'm seeing a lot of good qualities too here with the Star and Temperance and the Lovers. So it's up to you. Everyone's situation is going to be different. This person has been also watching you, or you, if you're the pursuer, you've been watching someone. But I feel like regardless, because there's so many karmic cards here, that it makes me feel like regardless, this is a connection that has to happen. So I hope these messages make sense. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.